In our previous video, we have just seen how to add Eclipse, how to add Angular IDE to Eclipse. Now we will see how we will create our first project. So I just launched my Eclipse IDE. Create new workspace in, so I'm creating my workspace in F colon root. You can see it just creating the workbench for us. I'll get to the steps once the workbench is created successfully. Now Eclipse is ready. So I've selected darkest dark theme. You can choose your theme of your kind. Right click in Project Explorer, click New Angular Project. So Eclipse has provided us with TypeScript, wherein it will show all the commands that will be running. Eclipse will automatically create and install Angular CLI for us. You can see it's showing the commands that it is going to install. Sorry, it's going to run. You can see the terminal just got opened here. So in this terminal, it will run all the commands that it has shown us to create our first Angular program. So please hold on until Eclipse does all the work for you. So this will reduce the overhead of installing Angular CLI and Node.js and Angular CLI and Node.js for us. You can see it, the latest version 8.9.1 and npm version, node version, and it's installing Angular CLI and it's fetching the required resources that are required to create our first Angular program. Please hold for a few minutes. Eclipse will do it for you. Sorry, your terminal will, Eclipse will automatically do it for you. You can see Angular CLI got installed successfully. When you see this, it means that your Angular is installed successfully and it's about to Hello viewers, now we will see how to create new Angular project in Eclipse Angular IDE. So go to your project explorer, click new Angular project, just give the project name as testing Angular. So 1.6.0 have issues, dear friends, so just select latest Angular CLI and click next. So what happens if you see here, these are the three commands that we run. These are the two commands that we run separately, wherein it's npm install Angular CLI installation and npm installation. So Eclipse will take care of both the things. You see friends, we have a terminal plus console wherein the Angular project will get started. If you see the terminal plus console, you'll be able to understand what is happening in background. Please check friends, it is showing me the JS version that is installed, npm version that is already installed. If it's not installed, it will automatically install for you. And it's trying to install Angular CLI now, which is a 1.6.5. Please wait for few minutes. Angular CLI installation will take some time as it need to download all the dependencies that it requires to run your Angular program on Node server. You can see it's installed successfully. It's and it is trying to install other dependencies. So please wait until the terminal says it's finished. You can see friends, Angular CLI is successfully installed. When it is installed, it will just show Angular CLI in your terminal screen. Now Eclipse is trying to install packages for tooling. If you see the files here, these will be available in our first program. can see the exit code 0 here. It means that it's installed successfully. And if you see the green messages, it's just saying install packages for tooling via npm project first Angular successfully created. So most of the things what are required for Angular is already created here by Eclipse IDE. Please wait for this job to be completed. It's just showing 63%. Let's wait for it to be 100%. Then I will show you how to launch our first program using Node server. Now it's successfully installed and our program is showing 100% and it's ready to accept our commands. Let's wait for the job to be completed. Now the complete setup is completed and it's ready for running our first program. So here is the project that is deployed. This is the server, Angular CLI server, where our first Angular program is deployed. So just start the server. It will give the port number where our application is deployed. So it picked up the port number 4200. It's still starting. Let's wait for the server to start completely. So you can see the server is started successfully on localhost 4200 and webpack compiled successfully. Once this message is there, then we are ready to go. Just launch this URL in your browser. This is just saying host is down. So I'm just restarting my server again. Let's see what happens after the restart. See friends, now the server is started and it's running. It's showing running here. Let's try now what it shows up in localhost. So our first Angular program is running now and we are ready to go. So let's see the folder structure of our first Angular program. So these are all the files that are required to run Angular. So the main thing for our project is this source folder. Under source we have app, so we can ignore the other files here for now at this point in time. In future sessions we will see what each file here will be useful for us. So the main files here are component.css file, component.html file and component.css file. So these are the three files that we need to utilize. Module.ts file we will discuss in next video, how this file will be used when we write more components. So this is our first component. So if we see the HTML file, so this is our HTML file, and that's been loaded here. So when we make changes to this file, it will be automatically shown here. These are the tools that Angular has given us. That's the reason why it took more time. You can explore it later. Let's see the TS file. So TS file will have three attributes that I will explain now. So under component, we have selector, template URL, and styles URL. Template URL refers to the component HTML file. So Angular 4, Angular from Angular 1.5, we are working on component based UI. So here we have selector, template URL, and styles URL. The styles URL will help us to put separate styles for each component. So each component we can insert into an UI and create an complex screen. So in that case, if you want one particular CSS for a particular component, then we can use the CSS file relevant to that component. All the examples we will see in the future. So let's update the title. Here title name is app. We will change it to first Angular program and just save it. Saved. Let's go and see our localhost. So the changes are automatically displayed here because of two-way binding, which Angular supports. Thanks for watching the video, friends. Please subscribe if you like it. Thank you.